don't check. All these flavours, flavour. Work in the tea house night and day. Smoking BB, he got straight A's. All of my hops been Worcester shade. Playing a dangerous game. One Pyrex in the field with V. Don't know what gang, but he felt that straight. Fun that work and I felt no way. I often hear you're smoking skunk, I told you. Put him in a blunt. All of my ops, their shit, their punks. 3DM, he does it the best. No half-hearted chingins on them. C-block step, I love my block. For the man, them that's stuck in the walk. Don't think you're getting away. If Vince is whiz, just know we're gonna end that chase. Batman shanking, they came from my ways. Talk on gang, I'll put in your place, I shanking face. Shots now, get my blaze if I shout. They all do for me, same way I do for bro. Bro got bad for a kidnap, mention his name, ain't doing up this track. Long dogs can't handle the kick, back out the whoosh and I ying that. Line on my name, that's big cap. Anything I say, that's big facts. 21 nines in the gym bag. Bag of miss calls on the gift gap. Got things that play man's tunes. Man grew up in a band or two. Black lives matter and that. But I still slap her, afro you. Got racks, still snatch man's food. No cap or rap that dude. Big facts, that's how man move. Big raps and Rambo's food. Eating plus cause this one's tap. Tell the sweet one come borrow and snap. Bro got bagged up an ankle chat. Roll this verse with a brick in the cap. Chef cause he stole man's pack. Paid in blood, I don't want that back. Lost him, caught me 100 racks. Mash that work on funding now. If I back this smoke, I'm trying to air out, trying to get man toast. If I talk on the gang, man, that gang is a joke. I swear my life that he's so low. How many times have you learned to the strip? Been to the but then oh shit. Always. Talk on the gang, but our gang is a sin. I swear my life that we really do think we got them things. Road jump out, we played on him. I thought my art died with a blade on him. Shing my man, before I kill that prick, my ups and rap, my body ain't on piss. Fuck that gang, make her wine her hips. Bump her shake, when she ride on dick. Free my girls, cause they aim and hit when they rise that stick. Tell your bro, go pattern and mash. Try go back your flips. Trust me, whenever you need practice, no practice might end up weak. For those things, you're 1, 2, 5. If 1, 2 guys might end up fried.
Yo, what's going on? Yeah, that's True CB, Millie Major, Charlton Road. Go stream that, go check that out. Go support the man them. You know what I mean? What's going on? I can't get no sleep. So we're gonna talk about the week. Ooh, I'm even rhyming now. What's going on, man? I can't get no sleep. We're gonna talk about the week. Shout out to Eliza Bessu. I see you, girl. Carpe Diem Joseph. What's going on? Why is no one outside? No one's out tonight. We don't need to go out. We're going to talk about the week. It's been a wild week, man. There's been loads of stuff going on, man. News, everything. What are we going to talk about first? What are we going to get off the ground first? You know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about Mason Greenwood. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. See. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna start off with that. We're gonna start off with talking about my man still, because I know a lot of girls ain't happy about that. I know a lot of girls are not happy about that. Yes, I know a lot of people are not happy about that. Okay, let's go. I don't know you was going to bring him up. Bro, I had to bring it up, Jax, man. I had to bring it up because I haven't discussed it. And it's very important. So we're going to talk about it and we're going to obviously post it on YouTube and stuff. I'll post it up tomorrow. I'll post up everything today, tomorrow. I know I always say that, man. I got so much backlog. Allow me, man. We're building that as we fly it. Do you know how much content I got coming in and out of my ears? Just allow me. Mason Greenwood, if you don't know who that is, that's why you got me here for today. You know? Because if you don't know who that is, then yeah, that's what we're going to do here. So, I'm going to just read you the story. It's taken from Sky Sports, just in case you don't know what's happened with Mason Greenwood. So basically, Mason Greenwood is a 21-year-old forward for Manchester United. You know what? I'm not like football like that, but I support obviously Arsenal, my team. Come on, North London and that. But yeah, I'm not really. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't follow football like that. But man, them were telling me this guy was the truth. He was supposed to be like the next Rooney and that. Like so, yeah, like you were supposed to be that guy. And then, if you're not aware, like I think there was a clip that came out of him with him and his missus, recording, and essentially it was a clip of him forcing himself on, or see, like forcing himself onto the woman. And anyways, it's been posted on, it's gone viral, it's gone everywhere, and it didn't look good for. I can't lie, it wasn't. It's not looking good, bruv. It wasn't looking good for you, bro. But it went viral, and there was a lot of stuff posted on the blogs and stuff. But when it happened, I listened to it. I can't lie. I was like, bro, this sounds mad. Oh, he's moving mad. Like that recording was just. Anyone that's, if you haven't heard the video or seen the clip or whatever, then you need to go and just Google. Google's free. Google's your friend. Just Google it so you can listen to it, because I'm not gonna play it. But if you want to go and you can find it out, it's over there. Anyway, it's done the rounds on social media now. It's done the rounds on social media, and it's got the way to the blogs, and people have listened to it. And basically, it just sounds like my man's doing the mad thing to his woman, isn't it? But yeah, it's come out now. And when it's come out, you know, he's been arrested. He was arrested, and essentially, you know, he was suspended from Man United, and then here's where the circus starts to happen now. So it starts coming out that she didn't actually post the video. Apparently, it was leaked by a friend or family member, whatever. But then now it got taken out of her hands. But now she's had to go, obviously, and go run the course. But during it, it's like they're still together. Like, they haven't broken up, but now they're still kind of seeing each other. It's weird. And I remember I saw something from her dad that said something along the lines of you know, they've been childhood sweethearts since young, and they're going back and forth, and he's a good kid, and da-da-da. And it was like the family was backing it. It was a bit of a weird one, but the family was backing it, and I was like, and social media was like, yeah, he's wrong, and he's gonna go down, and the rest of it. When I was listening to it, it was a bit like, I was like, they're not really giving off the energy of like, yo, my man's done something to my daughter, and I want him getting done for it. It was kind of like they were kind of pissed that it's gotten out, and they were trying to do damage control. So essentially, the circus has gone on now, and then the other day, all charges were dropped against him. All charges were dropped, and then obviously on social media, everyone's gone wild, like, oh my god, how can the charge get dropped? Money talks, this, that, the rest of it. We all heard the videotape, but they said that, you know, due to insufficient evidence and the lack of witnesses willing to cooperate, whatever, that yeah, there's no case to bring to him. So yeah, that's what's happened. So now it's a case of, well, he hasn't got any case, and he hasn't got anything going on. And Man United have said they're going to do an internal investigation. You know what that means. That means we're going to do internal investigation, and it's going to turn out the same and nothing to be found. But I want to read you the article, just because I just want to give you a bit of backstory before I read the article for people that don't know. So I'm going to read it. It's taken from Sky Sports. Mason Greenwood, Manchester United forward, has all charges dropped against him. Man United forward Mason Greenwood had faced allegations of attempted grape. I'm saying grape because it's not friendly to the algorithm. Controlling and coercive behaviour and assault. The CPS said a combination of the withdrawal of key witnesses, as I just said before, new material that's came to light meant there was no longer a realistic prospect of conviction. Yeah, we need to focus on that there. A combination of the withdrawal of key witnesses and new material that came to light meant that there was no longer a realistic prospect of conviction. Yeah? Okay. And that's not even, that was actually today. Yesterday. But yeah. Manchester United will conduct their own process before determining next steps after Mason Greenwood had all charges against him dropped following the withdrawal of key witnesses, which mean that people that had to testify against him in the case don't want to. They decided not to. The 21-year-old forward faced allegations of attempted grape, controlling and coercive behaviour, and assault. All three charges related to the same woman, and the woman in question was his girlfriend that he was seeing. The CPS said it had a duty to stop the case following the withdrawal of key witnesses and new material that came to light. So the CPS is the Crown Prosecution Service, that's in the UK, and they prosecute on behalf of the public and in cases. So basically, when you get arrested, the police will arrest you and you'll get charged for something if they feel as if they have sufficient evidence. But then that still has to go to the CPS, and that will decide whether it goes to magistrate's court or Crown Court. So when you get arrested, that's the start of it. When you get charged, yeah, that's what goes on. But in order for it to continue, the case, then it needs to have obviously witnesses and people that are willing to step up. So just so you're aware where we are with this story. In these circumstances, we are under a duty to stop the case. We have explained our decision to all parties. The investigation began just over a year ago in January 22. A trial date had been set for November the 27th this year. In a short statement released on his behalf, Greenwood said, "I am relieved that this matter is now over, and I would like to thank my family, loved ones and their friends for their support." There will be no further comments at this time. He's basically said, thank you to everybody, but as you can clearly see, there's nothing else to see here. I won't be speaking about this again. You've heard the video, but I don't care. I won't be speaking about this again. Yeah? That's it. A Manchester United statement read, "Manchester United notes the decision of the CPS that all charges against Mason Greenwood have been dropped. The club will now conduct its own process before determining next steps. We will not make any further comment until that process is complete." I promise you what that means is we're just letting you guys know that we're going to do an investigation, but in reality, nothing's going to happen. Because if it was, they wouldn't have suspended him before and he wouldn't be still getting paid. So, but that's just something for damage limitations, right? But we can watch the case. We can watch the case develop. Mason Greenwood will not be returning to training or playing while the process takes place. He's still getting paid, just remember that. He's been getting paid the whole time. Greater Manchester Police said that the decision to drop the charges had not been taken lightly. Chief Superintendent Michael Kerr, Head of Public Protection, said it was only fair that the force publicised the latest developments given the significant media coverage of the case. She added the investigation team had remained in regular contact with the legal team, providing any updates of note, and so understand that the rationale for this discontinuation of procedure at this stage, that this decision has not been taken lightly, which means there's nothing we can do. They're basically pulled out, and this is the only course of action we can do. If you feel you are or might be a victim, please don't let this case put you off asking for help. No, you shouldn't be put off asking for help because the police have clearly stepped in this case. It's been very high profile, but their hands are tied. What do you do when the person that the case is supposed to represent doesn't want to give evidence, doesn't want to get involved? What can you do? You can't force them to take the stand. You can't force them. United announced on the January 30th last year he would not return to training or playing in matches until further notice. Nike also suspended and later terminated its sponsorship deal with Greenwood, while Electronic Arts confirmed he had been removed from the active squad on its FIFA 22 game. So he'd already been terminated from Nike and FIFA taking him off, and you have to understand that's very big for footballers, the sponsorship, and to obviously be including FIFA. The Bradford-born player came through the United Academy and made his senior debut in Champions League victory away to PSG in March 2019. He has one senior cap for England, playing the National League match and against Iceland in 2020. So that's the story of Mason Greenwood. That's what's going on. So let's discuss it. Is he guilty? Is he guilty? How can he be guilty? He didn't even get. Let's talk. Even if he's not playing for Man U again, he will still be about open to abuse women. He hasn't abused anyone though. We all heard the voice notes. Come, no, listen. Okay, so this is one of those things. It's like, it's not what you heard, it's what you can prove. I heard them. I heard them with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I heard them. I'm with you. But it's not just what you can hear. It's voice notes are easy to fabricate. Yes, Josh, they are. They are easy to fabricate. Put your lens down. I don't want to F. Yes, I heard it too. But did you not just hear what I read? Searching deep fake. So there's a conversation I want to have, right? Because at this level now, how do you not know they wasn't playing? It was S&M. How do you not know they wasn't doing role play? I heard them, but how do you know it wasn't role play? Some type of BDS. How do you not know it wasn't? How do you not know? So we heard a recording. How do we not know it was not a recording of them? You don't know. See, how do you know it was real? How do you know it was real? You wasn't there. How do you know it was real? How do you know it was real? Because we heard a recording of Mason Greenwood and his missus, but how do you know it was real? That's what I'm trying to say to you. A lot of people are into some freaky stuff. You don't know what people are into.
I'm late to the party. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Mason Greenwood.
Oh, please don't defend him.
I'm not. We're having a conversation. We're having a conversation.
He should never be allowed to play football ever again, regardless of whether them charges are dropped.
So what do you think?
Of course he did it. There's no more to about it. Like, cool, there's having evidence and then there's like clear evidence. Like, you can't pass that as role playing. Because that's what they're passing it as, role playing. The rape recording. They say it was role playing.
But I'm trying to say to you, right, if you take a video completely out of context and you play it, right? And I'm not agreeing with him. I'm just saying, because I read the whole story and I'm just trying to give a different aspect to it, because they're going to be like, oh, but we heard the voice note. But I'll be like, well, if the woman in question doesn't want to cooperate, the witnesses don't want to cooperate, they're not saying anything, then there's no case to answer for. But everyone's going to now say we heard the recording, but you don't know what people are into behind the doors. You don't know what's up.
I'll be real, like, there's role playing. Don't get me wrong, like, I've role played in the bedroom, but you can hear the terror in her voice, like.
No, you say that, but they're together right now. So everything you're saying doesn't match up with what the couple and herself are doing and the family.
Abusive relationship.
We say?
She's clearly in an abusive relationship.
You keep saying that, but nothing shows that she's being abused. The family don't support it. The mother, the father, they don't support it. She doesn't support it. All we have is a recording and a bunch of virtue signalers and campaigners on social media. But the people, the actual family, the girl in question and the guy are telling you that, no, there's nothing to answer here. So why do you keep making a case?
Because he's chucked a lot of money at her head.
Yeah, but... No, but you say that. No, but you. So what you're doing is, you're like, believe all women, support women. But when a woman is telling you something, you don't want to believe her because it doesn't match with what you're saying.
No, I don't.
Hey, can you fix your Wi-Fi? Yo, you need to fix your Wi-Fi. Hey, this is your glitching.
Oh, it's my internet. My bad.
Why you got that cheap ass internet?
No, I got a whole American SIM card.
Okay, sorry, what did you say? Say that again.
Like, I'm not a feminist. Like, this whole rape culture thing is disgusting that women have kind of put in society. Like, it's disgusting. I don't back it. But I feel like she went to the police. She has evidence. Going back to what you say in the past, like, if she lying about it, why are you telling social media? Why are you not going to the police? She took all the necessary steps to report him.
So listen, she didn't actually
The recording wasn't. She didn't put the recording out. It was leaked by a family or a friend or somebody leaked it, and then it's gone out into the public. Yeah, and then
But there was
obviously,
more. What all the photos of her being beaten up as well.
what I'm trying to say to you is the people in how do people are into people pay for a woman to literally walk on their balls and beat them up, and like I don't know why people pay for this stuff, but men do that, right? If you looked at their bodies, they would have bruises on them. So what we're doing is we're trying to explain what people are into when the people
What
that are
she
into it are telling you that there's nothing to answer here. Why are we now being social? And you have to understand, I heard it and I'm like, right, it's mad. But at the end of the day, if he goes and says, listen, something was leaked, I'm into something, this is the games me and my missus do behind closed doors, no one's supposed to know, and then now it's come out, then in reality, why are you trying to push a different narrative if they're not even pushing that?
Because she's in an abusive relationship,
But
clearly. Like,
you keep saying that, but she's saying I'm
there's
not.
photos of her with bloody
No,
noses,
but
black
I hear
ties, the
what you're
whole
saying,
lot.
but she's not saying it. You have to understand
Of
something.
course she's not, because he silenced her with money. That's crazy for you to
Okay,
even try
so
and like
no,
defend the situation.
no. How am I defending the situation? I'm saying to you, you are
Because
trying to.
you're giving me, okay, cool. You're giving me
No,
explanations as to
because if
why.
we're going to talk about something, we have to talk about.
Yeah, of course. But I just feel like you're giving me so many reasons why it didn't happen, or it could
I
have been
didn't.
something
You,
else.
there's nothing. Listen, we heard the recording, and now I'm trying to talk about what's happened after the recordings happened. Yeah, and I'm telling you, the girl. Listen, the woman that you're trying to defend for tells you there's nothing to answer here. Who are you? You don't know anything. Why are you getting involved in the business?
Because from my personal experience, men react very quickly to women putting stuff like this on the internet about them. I have been silenced.
Listen,
Money
listen.
talks, things
Her
talk.
parents, her
It's
father,
too
her
vague.
father. Don't you think? Yeah. Don't you think? Yeah. Yeah. Don't you think they're together now? Yeah, they're together now. They tried to put a restraining order on him, and they were still together. It was mad. It was
Okay,
like so.
so statistically, how many times does something bad have to happen to a woman to leave a
No, but
domestic abuse
look, look,
relationship?
look.
No,
I hear what you're
let
saying.
me
But
talk statistics. Let me talk
go
statistics.
on, go on.
7
Talk stats.
times.
I like stats.
They
Go
say
on. Talk
7
stats.
times before a woman leaves.
Yeah.
You don't know how deep their relationship is.
Neither do you.
Like, people.
No, neither do you. Neither one of us do. But what I'm going on is what I've seen, what's happened,
And
and what
so
they've said. You
this is
keep
my
trying to.
problem with the
You
situation, because
no, you're trying to
from
put your
what.
feelings. You're trying to add your feelings. Why?
No, I'm not.
You
Whenever I
are.
ever spoke on my feelings, you know me personally. Whenever I
No,
ever
I'm
spoke on my
saying to
feelings in
you.
the
No, no, no,
situation,
no, no. No, I'm saying to you. You keep saying I feel like this, but I'm like, what do you feel like? The woman has told you what it is. Why you keep saying I feel like this? You don't. It's believe women till a woman doesn't agree with you. Then it's not believe women. What's wrong with you? A woman has said this is
I
what's
don't
happened.
believe all women, because all women do things like you said, like go on the internet, say he's done this, he's done that. Like, she has recordings, she has barefaced recordings. The police are involved. These are all things that, as a woman
No, no,
being
stop,
sexually
stop, stop,
assaulted,
stop, 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 stop. Once again, she has a recording that someone else has leaked and taken to the police, yeah? So, for example, if you're into that type of stuff, as people are, so let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, yeah? Guys, let me tell you something. As a man, do you know, listen, there's women that like to be grabbed their throat during section. A lot of women like to be grabbed. A lot of women actually they want to be legally great, yeah, in a scenario where they can trust that man. Don't say that. And if like, how many of you want to tell the guy to choke you? Don't lie, man. Don't lie, please. Don't lie. Just be honest. Have you told a guy to choke you ever?
it's not the point. I've never
That is
recorded
so.
that.
What do you mean
I
it's
have
not the point?
never recorded. If I
Wait,
do that,
stop,
I have
stop,
never
stop,
recorded that
stop,
on my
stop,
phone
stop.
in case
Shannon
it
is
would
my
ever get
Shannon,
leaked. I would
Shannon,
never
Shannon.
record
Shannon,
that.
you're interrupting me. Shannon,
You keep
interrupting me.
interrupting me.
Shannon,
You're interrupting me while I'm talking. We
no,
can't have a
no,
conversation if you're gonna
Shannon,
do that.
Shannon. I need to. You need to listen so I can do what I'm doing. I asked you a question. I'll let you speak, right? I asked you, has a guy ever? And you said it's not the point. It is the
I
point.
said no. I said yes, but
Okay, wait, stop,
I would
stop, stop.
no. Let me talk. I'm not gonna be
No,
in this
no,
life
no,
if
no.
you
'Cause
ain't
you're
gonna
not
let
gonna.
me talk.
No, Shannon, I'm gonna let you speak, but I'm still speaking.
You
I just
ain't
asked you
letting
a
me talk,
question.
because every time I start, you interrupt me.
No, I'm gonna let you speak. You can talk for 2, 3, 5 minutes if you want. Let me say what I'm saying. So You
Oh,
let
I don't want to say it no more because you're not letting me
no
talk.
because I have to no because I have to. It's a way
Every
we
train
have
of
the
thought that I'm
conversation.
talking about, you interrupt it and change the subject, so there's no point.
No, because I want to know because I'm saying that in my experience, women like to like certain things sexually to be choked and certain other things. And I wanted to ask you as a woman, have you ever? And you said yes. So my next trail was going to be like, you do realize if that is taken out of context, or if that goes too far, now you have marks on your neck. And you can simply go and say, you know what, I would have did a mad thing to you, and there'll be proof, there'll be bruises. But during the action, you wanted it. Like, so I'm trying to, and if you know you've ever asked a guy to strangle you or do anything or choke you, then what are you talking about? If someone takes that out of context, it could be the exact same thing. I'm not agreeing with it, but I just tried to show you that people do like experiencing different things behind closed doors. It's not for us to judge.
I
You
just
don't
feel
know
like at
people
this
that
point
do
you're
it.
trying to make excuses. I feel
I'm
like it's
not.
a really
I'm
black
not.
and
You're
white
trying
thing.
to. No, I'm not. I'm merely being an adult, and you see me. I don't speak about facts. Or I don't speak about feelings. I talk about the facts, and the facts
But
currently
I'm
are now.
displaying facts to you. I said let me talk statistically, and you're interrupting me.
No, speak your stats now. You can speak
I
stats now.
have been speaking stats. She's
Go
in
on.
a domestic like that. You're telling me that all this court shit wouldn't have happened if that video would have been leaked and she would have made a statement straight away with the police saying, actually, no, she let this shit go on for a whole year before saying that. So what's happened in that 12 months? She's gone back to him, or else she would have stamped out those rumors straight away. I don't believe all women. I don't believe the majority of them, but sometimes there's so much evidence slapped in your face, then you have to agree with it. And I don't agree. You know me. I don't agree with a
No,
lot of
cool.
women's opinions,
I'm,
especially on this. But you,
I'm finished. Or you got more?
no, because you just interrupted me again.
No,
So.
I'm asking you because I wanted to reply something, but I want to know when you're finished so that you don't tell my interrupting.
Right, go on, just talk, China. You love to talk so much.
No,
So
it's not. I love to talk, but you keep talking about something. We know the exact same, yeah. So let's treat this as me and you know the exact same. I don't have no feelings for this case. I don't care about this case. I'm just talking about what's happened. You're being emotional. I have no
I'm
connection.
not. I'm not.
No,
Stop saying
because
that. When a woman expresses something, you say she's being emotional. I'm
no,
not being
because
emotional.
I'm talking
I'm
about the.
getting amped up because you're not letting me
Why
talk.
you? No, I haven't let you talk. I just let you talk a second ago, and now I'm speaking. I let you talk. Do you want to talk again?
Nah, I'm good. I'm done with the topic. It's just
Are you
pointless.
done? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm going to get my cab because I'm going out.
okay. Okay. Well, it was lovely to. It was lovely to speak. It was lovely to
I
speak to
hope.
you.
Yeah, it is insulting. All right, I'm out. See you later.
All right. Cool. Look, guys. I'll be honest with you. You're doing more than women. When you don't like something or when you can't handle a conversation, I'm going, da 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 da. This is not how adults have conversations. If you hear something you don't like or you don't agree with, you don't just be like, I'm going. You don't just, da, 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 da. Like, seriously, I'm having a conversation. I'm not supporting nothing. But you guys just, and this is why, I'll be honest with you, this is why cases don't get any justice because all your emotion, this is why it never goes nowhere. Because you guys don't talk about facts. You just do emotion. You can't go to police with emotion. I feel. Look at what's happened. You guys are making a whole case out of nothing when it's out of something. But the person in question, like you guys, why don't you guys go and message the girl? Why don't you go message his missus? Go message her. Go be mad at her. Like, go be mad at her. Go and be mad at her. Can't believe it. Like, I'm having a conversation. I want to have a conversation. Remember, I'm not supporting it. I already know what I think of this. I already know what I think of this. Like, yeah. But I know what's he going to say to Man United. Or if he has to sit down. Whoa. That's my private life. It was never supposed to be leaked. She's asking about, Josh, we'll talk in a second, Josh, don't worry. She's asking about, oh, why did she let it go on for a year? It's because it's been taken out of her hands for a year. What do you mean? It's literally been high profile for a year. It's been taken out of her hands for a year. Like, but if you want to have a conversation with me, you need to speak to me as an adult and we debate. We have a discussion. You don't get in your feelings. Am I supporting this you? Well, you could say about don't believe all women, but this happened. What happened? You keep saying this happened. What happened? You heard the video. Like, this is the problem. This is why. What happened? The girl said nothing happened. You heard a tape of something behind closed doors that can be taken out of context. What happened? Was you there? The only thing that we can say what happened is what they said what happened. That's it. What the family, what the girl said, what he said. Not what you girls make up in your minds. I'm sorry. And this is why you fail. You fail because rather than going for what you know, you talk about your feelings. Feelings in court don't work. They do not work. We heard it. You heard what? You heard it. So what? People don't do S&M games. I asked her. I asked Shan. I said, she said no, but how do you not know that? That's not part of the game. I don't understand this. What's wrong with you? Are you not listening? You heard a recording of something that you don't know what was going on. Yeah? Now that's come out. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, so she said no, but she just told you that it wasn't. She don't want to cooperate. What's the problem? Oh, because you want justice. You want justice. If you want justice, believe what she says. You don't want that though. And this is what I'm saying. Women don't support women. Don't support women that support what they say. As soon as they say anything, oh, you'll pick me. Like, why can't you believe what's happened? I don't support Mason Greenwood, you know. But I'm just having a conversation. And if you can't have a conversation with someone about something that's happening without getting into your feelings and making like what? It's like I said, if it is believe women, and this when a woman is telling you something, why don't you want to believe her? Not gonna. I name excuses for every user. I make excuses. How am I making excuses? He's not me. You guys are jokers. I make excuses. How about you women start actually doing your, like actually start, when something starts happening, you start actually doing what you're supposed to do and follow through. Yeah? Don't blame, why you blame the woman? Why won't you blame her? She's the one that's going to waste the police time, waste the taxpayers' money. She's the one. Go blame her. She's a multi-millionaire little footballer's princess, and look what she went and did. She's wasting everyone's time. Like, you guys are doing virtue signaling. You're doing this is why I always talk about Instagram versus real life. Instagram, you guys ruin cases by going on social media, posting up things on blogs. Like, you guys ruin cases. Yeah, you do realize that. Yeah, when you guys do all these things that you guys do, you guys think that you're helping the case. You're ruining it. You're making sure that if it ever goes to case, the juries are not even impartial anymore because they've been influenced already. You guys think you're doing something. You're not doing anything other than hurting women and hurting yourselves. And when men tell you, why do you feel, Katie, come on, why do you feel sick? Why do you feel sick for? I feel sick too, come on. Why do you feel sick? Why do you feel sick? Don't you feel sick at the woman that's gone and done this? You trying to make it about me. Why are you making it about me for? You think I've got my 3 sisters. You think if someone done this to my sister, you think I wouldn't make it go all the way? You think I wouldn't, you think you would take money off one of these footballers? You think I'll allow it, bro? Like, you need to go and put accountability on the woman about you feel sick. Feel sick about the woman. Feel sick about the woman because guess what she's done? She's left another abuser on the streets. Potentially you can do something. Oh, you don't want to do that, do you? She took the money. She did whatever. Whatever, innit? Yeah, another woman. Just like that woman against Prince Andrew. She took the peas. Yeah, 12 million. She took the peas. She could have helped bear women, but she took 12 million. Oh. You never want to blame the women. You want to blame the men with money. How about having integrity? You can't buy me, you know. Let me tell you something. You do something to one of my family members, you're not buying me. You're not buying me. Yeah? Yeah, you need to have integrity. She still has trauma. Look at all them. You don't know anything. Sorry, you're talking in comments. Yeah, you don't know anything about. What do you mean she has trauma? Are you a doctor? Are you a family member? Stop putting your isms onto her. She has trauma. What trauma does she have? Do you know her? You don't know her. You're just making stuff up. And this is why And this is why men will actually always win, because you're making stuff up. She has trauma. You don't know nothing. Talk about what she has in her hands. You don't know the girl. I'm talking about, I'm reading the articles and basing things off the articles. What are you basing things on? Get a man in with another opinion. What do you mean get a man with another opinion? What do you mean? It's not about a man. It's been decided. You're in your feelings about something and you're trying to create something. You're trying to create a whole picture of something when we have the facts, and let's speak about what we have. Let's speak. She got paid. Cool. If he did it and she got paid, let's talk about why she took the money. Let's talk about that. Okay. We're going to move the conversation on. If you want to say she got paid, then why did she take the money then? Go on then. She didn't have to take the money. Don't put a gun to her head. Why did that girl take the money off Andrew then? Why did she take the money? Why did she take the money? Why did she take the money? You want to blame the men? Let's blame them. But why did she take the money? She wanted justice. Why did you take the money? You could have put him in jail and got justice. You could have put him in jail and got paid. You didn't have to. You could have put him in jail and got paid. Yeah, Strawberry, it's about Mason. It's about Mason. But if he had the money and tried to pay me, I wouldn't take it, but some girl would. So talk to the girls that take money off men that do things to them. Don't talk to them. Why you men? Listen, rich, powerful men will always use their money, their power, and their status and their wealth to get off. That's what they will always do. Yes, that's what they will always do. They've been doing it. They will always use their. That's what they do, right? But it needs people with integrity that are going to be like, actually, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand up. Yeah, and it's not about money. But they always say it's not about money till they throw the money in their face, and then all of a sudden, yeah. Like, sorry, if you take the money, you can't be telling me about it. That's what I said to you. I always say about women talk about they care about other women, but you won't even take the. But hold on a second, you're taking money. But you're taking money. Listen, you keep moving the goalposts. Okay, so that's that. But doesn't mean it's okay and that he didn't do it. Did I say it was okay? Did I not say that did you not hear me say that? I already know what, like, but we're not talking about that. It's not about what you feel. It's not about what you think. It's about what you know. And what do we actually know? What we actually know is that they dropped the charges, yeah, and his girl doesn't want to cooperate. There's no witnesses. And we have a video recording that was taken, that was leaked by not her, by someone else, and we have some pictures. So we're trying to, let's say we're investigating. We're journalists, right? We're going to do investigative journalism, yeah? Because that was part of, like, you might not know a lot, yeah, but critical writing. I went to uni, I got 2-1 in this shit, yeah? So when you're going to investigate something, so let's say you're going to do your thesis, you're going to do your dissertation, let's say it's 10,000 words, right? You're going to have your bulk of work, right? You're not going to have your introduction, you're going to do your preliminary, obviously you're going to do your research, you're going to do your bibliography, you're going to do your references, you're going to do your primary source, secondary, tertiary source. End of the day is, we speak about things, we don't speak about with feelings. We look at something, yes, and we say, right, what's the evidence? What do we know? And that's how we look at it. We look at it like that. Stop putting your feelings in it. Stop talking about your personal experience. Take yourself out of this and look at what it is here. And what we have here is the fact that a tape was leaked. It went on social media. It got posted on the blogs. It got. You know what actually happened? I'll tell you what happened. Yeah, this got way bigger than it needed to get. Yeah, and she didn't want it to happen, but it happened, and then she had to go along with it. Yeah, she had to go along with it. She had to follow the train because a lot of women backed it. It was viral, and then she had no other choice. But she didn't want to do this. But once again, because this whole thing where women start campaigning for other women, and if you don't agree with them, like, so she had to go with it. But it's got to the point of where she's like, no. Let's go out and go trial. I'm not gonna go on trial. That's how, man, they've been together, literally been together for this whole time. They're together now. So you keep saying this has nothing to do with feelings, then why won't you accept what the woman has said? You will not accept that the woman has said what she said. You just won't accept it. But you don't know her. So that is feelings, because that's it. Why you can't accept what she said? Why can't you accept that they was doing something that we don't do? I asked people. I asked the woman on the platform. She came on and said, have you ever, in sexual games, has a man ever choked you? oh, that's not the point. It is the point. Yes, okay, cool. So then, could you not get bruising from that? And if someone did that afterwards, would they not say that he could abuse? Yeah, so then what are you talking about? Like, anything can be taken out of context if you wanted to. This is why listen, let me give Mandem another one. I'm always spitting games, telling you not to speak to no one at work about HR. You don't want to catch a case. Now I'm telling you guys, stop playing these sexual games with these girls. Stop it, man. You're tricking yourself out of your own position. Like, you're tricking yourself out of your own position. Stop it, please. Like, because in the end of the day, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove, my guy. Too many men are putting themselves in scenarios that they have to later on start proving themselves. I speak in a way where I always look into the future and I'm always like, oh, avoiding this, avoiding that. It's because if you do this, I promise you, your life is going to be a lot easier. I'm trying to spit game to younger men, and at the same time, I'm trying to spit game to man up to pitfalls. Like, no, but it's come down to the same thing. I'm telling men not to play sexual games with women. Because at the end of the day, when it comes back round a bit, look what can happen. Don't strangle no girls. Don't play those great games with these girls. Don't do that. Don't do any one of those things. Hearing a woman say no is enough. We saw the bruise. Stop it. You saw the look, forget it. You're just being a broken record now. We saw the bruises, we heard it, but we've spoken about that. This is why the conversation can't go any further, because it's like having a conversation with a child. Oh, we saw the bruises, but we had a conversation about that. So I said, let's talk further. But you won't get past that, so there's no point. There's no point. We saw that. There's no point. You can't get past that. Yes, we spoke about that. But if you can't get your head past how that could have happened, yeah, like, just forget it. Like, these girls act like they don't ask man to choke them out. It's mad. It's so mad to me, because all the men them in here know. Even women know. You know what types of stuff that you like to do with men. Like, stop it. So when you play those games, you know what? It's mad because, when they go to court and they'll be like, oh yeah, there was bruises on them. Like, she had bruises on her, or she had bruises on her, or like, I'll be like, bro, if you're not bruising up the thing, you're not hitting it right. I'll be honest, I'll tell the judge, listen, but if you ain't never beat up the thing properly, if it's not bruised up, you're not hitting it right. I'll just be honest. Because, wow, like, I know what my woman likes. So I'm saying to you, I know what women like. And more times than not, that's what women like. So they can pretend and play all these games, but if you're a man, listen, you got to remember, I'm not an insult. Man knows about women. So therefore, I'm talking from experience, and I know. And if women want to start lying and capping and saying, oh, I don't like man, oh, it is what it is. Bruising can happen. And if your man ain't bruised you up, he ain't never gripped it up, he never beat it up properly. I'll just be real. You're getting that weak beat. I'm saying, man will hit that up, bruise it up. What you talking about? The bruises. What? Man never threw it back.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, Josh, I was on my rant. Welcome.
Well done nowadays, aren't I?
Yeah.
Right, so I've got something what I want to say, what I feel like people are forgetting. Right, this isn't a case of defending Mason. I feel like this is more of a case of defending potential men getting sent down for things that they haven't done. Because if he got sent down just on the case because she had bruises, right, then that affects the justice system for all men, I think. Right?
Bro, sorry. Listen, sex bruises is different to this. Exactly. Listen, Katie, what do you mean? Are you a doctor? She keeps saying, oh, he's bruising.
No. I don't want to say. I don't want to go into detail, right? But certain women have asked me to do nasty things.
Tell me, be honest. I need some honesty. Right. Because I can't be too honest. My missus watching this.
Right, I'll just name you 5 things what women like. Right, choking, that's definitely up there. Slaps in the face. You won't believe, not all, but some like being punched, but not like a
donkey punch.
Yeah, exactly.
Donkey punch. There's a whole movie about that, bro.
Yeah.
What was talking? We'll speak about it after. We'll speak about that.
Another one is certain women. This is more rare. certain women like knives being involved.
It's called knife play.
Knife play, yeah.
Bro. No, we'll open up. No.
No, right. So overall point is, anything can be taken out. Bro, if there was a microphone in my bedroom, bro, and just filthy nothing got recorded, bro, I will be sent down because it can be taken out of context so easily, you know. Yeah. Plus, if you know the way some women, you know, are after intimacy in that way, then it does look sus, you know. And if he has hit her, then he should be sent down. Definitely, I'm all for that.
Facts.
However,
I don't know you.
and these women think that we're saying no, he shouldn't be sent down. Right? That's not the case. He should be sent down if he'd done it. But there's not enough evidence. If there's not enough evidence, you can't prosecute someone. What has happened to innocent until proven guilty? And you hit the nail on the head with you getting your involved. You know, because a lot of people would have had personal experience, which is sad. You know, it shouldn't be happening at all. However, you can't let your personal experience dictate what happens with someone else's life if they're in it. You know. And I mean, let me. I just want to point something else out as well.
Yeah, go on.
True story. Somebody that wasn't me may have gotten into a bit of a fight.
Yeah.
This same somebody might have heard that the police was getting involved. So he got his brother to smack him in the face so he had just as much bruises as the other lad. All I'm saying is, things can happen, you know. Like, the police didn't get involved in the end, but if they would have, that lad did look worse. The person who definitely wasn't me was full of bruises, so it looked like he got just as much of a beating. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, it can be fabricated. Now, I'm not saying the woman fabricated it, but I'm just saying anything's a possibility, you know. And I feel like these women, they're not taken into consideration, right? Unless it's been proven, you can't believe anything, you know. Especially with all this new bloody. I've listened to the voice thingy, the recording of it when I came on the live, because I hadn't heard it before, and it does sound proper stuff. You know what I mean?
But it's super sus. Sounds bad.
Yeah. However, certain things can be said in other. And the same thing can be said in other contexts as well. You know.
I think you're drunk. Have you been drinking red wine?
Hey?
This is why so many women end up dead. Can you see the comments? I think you've been drinking. The reason why women don't want to come on, she's like, can't some other woman come on? You should come on.
I get a point of view in this, Kaylee, you know, and I get what she means, right? Yeah, it's true. This thing can happen. However, you think it's with all. You feel like a dickhead speaking to these people, man. Honestly, like sometimes bro, I'm gonna kick your television.
No, because people don't want to have a discussion because they just want to cry. And
yeah, and that last woman who came on, she just got mad because you were right and she were wrong.
Well, I didn't say anything. I just said, what did I say? I just asked her, do you like being drunk? And you said, yeah, but that's not the point. It is the point.
That's exactly the point. You know what I mean?
Exactly the point.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I'm going now. Okay, cool.
They just want to have a go at you. And
no, because I'm here to have conversations. If you can't have a conversation, that means like I can have conversations with adults, but when you can't, it lets me know exactly. And this is why they just come in their comments and they just use sign language and they're rude because they can't do this. They can't do this because as soon as they hear something they don't like,
yeah,
that's
the thing. I feel like it's very important to discuss these sort of stuff because this is how we develop as a society.
No, this is how we post it. We post it because all I ever show you is the doubles. Look what we do. We're having a conversation. We're not being rude. What have I said that's rude? I simply tried to have a conversation. I think he's a dirty youth, you know. I think he's got away with some nastiness, but guess what? It's not about what I think.
Yeah, exactly. This ain't about defending him. This is about defending justice for people who are being accused of the same sort of thing and that are actually innocent.
So, Josh, we all think that we all think that he's a nasty piece of work, right? Yeah, I'm in agreement, right? Yeah, I think we kind of know
Yeah,
yeah. No, we can't move. No, we can't move on, Katie, because this is what women do. Can we move on? You always try to say, "Can we move on?" when you can't handle the conversation. No, we won't move on. We won't move on. If you can't have a conversation and no, we won't move on because it lets us know that you can't. No, we don't just move on. We don't.
Yeah,
We don't. That's what women do. When you can't handle something, you just want to brush it under. But men, as men, we want to speak about it and we want to come to a conclusion. We don't just.
We want to get to the bottom of this and actually come to a proper conclusion. But certain women, they just don't want to hear it. They want to say what they think and then fuck off.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's okay to do all of that and then to be like, just move on. No, we don't just move on. It's rude. It's very rude. It's very rude. Like, just be like, just move on. No, we won't move on. We're having a conversation because I was actually about to say, right, let's agree with Katie then. Let's agree with Katie and let's say that he's done this, right, yeah? And we're all in agreement, yeah? Okay, right. How's he got away with it?
Yeah, exactly.
He paid off the family and the girl. Okay, so let's talk about that. How did Andrew get away with it? Okay, he paid off the girl, yeah? Okay, so let's talk about women taking payments off men that they say have abused them and done things to other women. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
You see, let me ask you, if you had a daughter and she'd been abused, especially by
bro, you're right, bro. I'm gonna bun somebody, bro. Don't even. I got sisters, bro. Was you watching my live when I told you I had to go ride out? Now, was you on my live?
When what? Sorry.
Was you on my live when I spoke? I had to go and do something the other day. I had to go do
yeah.
Yo, what's going on, my bro? Welcome, yeah. Yeah, welcome, man. Yeah, bro. Listen, you see me, bro. I will ride out. Yeah. Yeah. Like, so when I hear this, you know, no type of payment could ever make me tell, nah, bro. Like, no, we're gonna move to you and we're still gonna get paid. Are you nuts? What do you think? We're gonna get paid?
I don't even have a sister, but if someone offered to make me a millionaire overnight, just to brush it away and forget about it, no, because that's the way things work. You're gonna
get a million anyway. This is how. Let me tell you how it works. Let me tell you how it really works. You still get paid by medicine. The family still get paid, but we get us justice. Don't ever think that. Oh, you're gonna do something to my sister. You're gonna pay more. No, the payment is part of the justice we're gonna get, but you're not gonna get off. So my thing is this: if we truly believe that, then let's speak about the women or the families that take money of people that you know are disgusting people, and then by taking the money and not taking it to trial, they allow these men to go out to do it to other people. Let's talk about that.
I think that they're the people that are actually worse than people who actually abuse people. Now, obviously, you know, no amount of abuse is good, right? And I'll never condone anything like that. And I think whoever does that sort of stuff should be castrated, killed. You know, I hate that sort of stuff. However, the people who condone it and allow it to continue, I feel like are worse than the actual abusers themselves.
But it is being played on, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been completely played on. Like, we go over and above, like, beyond things. Like, we see memes online, whether it's social media and stuff like that, and the minute it gets existed, we're all on it. We're all jumping on the back foot straight away. There's always something we want to comment on. And it shouldn't be that way. We should be able to break things down, like you're saying, have a discussion, have the conversation, rather than it have to spiral out of control and be taken in a bad vibe. It doesn't mean that you're being nasty with what you're saying. You're totally factual, and that's where women are getting irritated with these conversations. I'm not against a woman. You know, there's rights for men and women, but at the same time, everything is against a man. It's not equal. It is not equal, and we know that. It's not fair at all, and women are firing at us, and then when we, like, sort of fire back, as they say, we're the ones to blame.
Yeah.
You know what, like, we're not even allowed to break down a simple sentence. It becomes, they start swearing, or, you know, you get where I'm coming from. Swear words come into sentences and things like that. But if we was to be doing that, you know, it wouldn't be allowed. We have to break things down maturely, and when we do, it just goes up in one ear and out the other anyway.
I've literally tried to have a conversation that you would have in a university, you know, like any place where there's going to be some type of educational debate, right? Especially on somewhere like this where it's not on a platform with loads of people, we just have a conversation. Like, it shouldn't have to get to where it gets to, but it gets to it.
Yeah. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it shouldn't have to get to that level of where it gets to, and it draws this persona where we then become the bad person. Why? We're still a human at the end of the day. Just because we stand as male doesn't mean we're all nasty. We're all throwing out.
Whenever you post this stuff outside of this, bro, the people see what it is. If like anything time I'm dealing with an unagreeable woman, I just know that when it gets out there, because most people can see stuff, and most women can tell when a woman has been a bitch or being a whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? She's so it's like I don't have no problem with this conversation because I know when it goes out, I'm not supporting Mason. Why would I support him? Is he my guy? What's he done for me? What's he done for my family? Like, I don't know this you. But all I'm doing is I'm talking about it from a journalistic aspect. Yes, we're talking about a case that's happened and we're discussing it. And we're saying, what potentially could happen or what could be discussed for it to get to this post? No, I'm not saying and this, Kaylee, I'm sorry, but you're using the sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You are. No, I'm not. You are. Well, since when I've repeatedly said it multiple times that I don't support it, but yet you continuously say it to me.
We're not defending him at all. We're just defending the right of men to look into the justice system and to actually prove that we've done something before, for something like that.
It's all we've heard for the past 48 hours, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's discussing it. It's on the song, and there's different aspects of it people see differently with it, and it's hard to try and put your point across without sounding like you're with him on it, because it's not.
I didn't even want to come on this, I was actually debating coming on the live with you, kind of, because I thought, you know what, you just look like the bad guy straight away on this sort of stuff.
No. Hey, Katie, if you're not going to jump on live, then you're making excuses. You see 3 men here. We had 1 woman on here. She couldn't even last 2 minutes without getting in the feelings and jump off. You've been here spamming the comments, but you won't jump in. So
what is it I said? So what I said as an excuse? What are these excuses that we're putting out there? Why does it have to be an excuse? No, I'm not saying that to you. That's the question there. It's crazy. There's no excuses of what I'm saying. I'm speaking. There's an entitlement. We've all got freedom of speech. It doesn't make us nasty people because we're male, but we're all tarnished with this persona that we're all nasty men. And the minute you raise your voice, the minute you say a bad word, you are to blame. But the minute that woman raises her voice and gives you that wind, you've got to accept it. She could put her hands to you. You've still got to accept it. It's all false, mate. It's all. And then women go, why are you blaming us? We're not blaming you. This is how the world is. It's against men, and no one understands it. There's no equalism. We need to draw somewhere that it's going to make these conversations easier.
But Katie, we're all going to change the conversation. It'll go on, but you say change the conversation and then you'll come on. And that lets me know exactly what we're dealing with. So we can't, so you say change the conversation, then you come on. But the conversation is still there. It's still floating. And how can we get to the point of where, like, we can't even speak as adults about something because you're so triggered by it. You're so emotionally invested. I'm not emotionally invested in this. I don't care about this. But you're so emotionally invested that you can't even have a conversation without it get to a point of where you feel as if it's you. Take yourself away from this.
But that's the general all-round society now. Regardless what we mention or what we try to put out there, people don't like it. Like, why?
Maybe men need not to be sexual predators. Wow, that's a shame. Okay, so you're saying all men, maybe women should stop being whores. Maybe and terrible mothers. All you women, with no dads in the home, you terrible mothers, raising the worst. Should I say that? Should I say that?
See the latest comment, because someone just said that maybe men should be sexual predators.
Wow, yeah. Okay. Maybe we need to stop being whores. Seriously, all of you. The terrible mothers raising these kids that are growing up. Look at the statistics for single mothers now raising all these kids. Like, look at it. Stabbings, knife crimes. Look at you.
Yeah,
Now, yet again,
tell you as well.
none of this would have been mentioned if them comments hadn't
Wow,
been written.
you called all three of us that. Wow.
Who's saying this?
That's, oh no! Listen, as a dad of 3 kids, that is a bit disrespectful.
That,
I think
guys,
this
we're
is
going
what it-
part 2. The hour's up. We need to take this again.